The Hope Lodge in Houston is celebrating its 2-year anniversary.
Yeah, so Hope Lodge has been providing out-of-town patients in need with guest suites while they come here and undergo cancer treatment. And to learn more about their work, we are joined by Senior Executive Director for the American Cancer Society, Jenny Todd. Hey, good morning, Jenny.
Good morning.
You look great in front of that Christmas tree. Tell us more about the Hope Lodge and how you're helping cancer patients.
Absolutely. So the American Cancer Society opened our largest Hope Lodge facility across the country right here in Houston 2 years ago today. Of course, patients traveling to Houston for treatment can be a huge financial barrier for cancer patients and their families, and over 130,000 patients travel to Houston each year. So we at the American Cancer Society have a Hope Lodge facility with 64 patient suites where patients and a caregiver can stay right here in Houston free of charge.
Wow, that's absolutely incredible. Can you talk to us about how many people this lodge has helped out since coming online almost 2 years ago?
Yes. We have done an incredible 60,000 nights of free lodging over the last 2 years, which is a cost savings of $5.6 million for cancer patients and their families.
That's incredible.
Yeah, you know, Jenny, I think that people hear this and they think like, oh, that's a really nice thing that they're doing. But what about if somebody hears this and they actually need your services? Like, how do they reach out? How do they receive something like this?
Yeah, so really the only qualification is that they have a cancer diagnosis and they live 45 miles outside of the city of Houston. So if they want to get into one of our Hope Lodge facilities across the country, they can visit cancer.org and they'll just have to get a referral from their doctor. So for example, if you're staying at MD Anderson being treated there, you would go through their social work department to get your referral. And if we have the capacity, we will certainly house them here at Hope Lodge for free.
You know, Jenny, talk to us about, providing this service to people. Oftentimes this comes at a really difficult time for them in their lives. We're heading into the holiday season. We're amid the holiday season right now. What is their response? They must be so grateful when they show up to Hope Lodge, just thankful to have these services readily available for them.
Absolutely. You know, when I walked in today, one of our guests here told me that staying at Hope Lodge was like getting a hug from beginning to end. We really try to make it a feeling of community for cancer patients to connect with others going through similar situations, going through treatment away from home, not getting to be near their families. We're doing a lot of things this holiday season, trying to make it a great guest experience. Our guests yesterday decorated gingerbread houses. We're having Santa come out later this week to do gifts for our patients and caregivers. And then we're doing some other fun activities today to celebrate the 2-year anniversary. Karaoke, we're doing some baking demonstrations by a chef. And then of course, as you can see, this beautiful tree behind me, our lodge is decorated thanks to one of our leadership volunteers in Houston, trying to make the facility as festive as it can be for our patients and caregivers.
Yeah. So you do keep mentioning the caregivers. Are the caregivers able to stay with the patients at Hope Lodge too? Are they all welcome?
Yes, so our suites are actually a couple different bedrooms. There is a bed for the caregiver and a bed for the patient. Each suite has its own bathroom, its own living room, and then we do have all kinds of other facilities here on site. So we have a kitchen, we have a healing garden, we have a yoga space, a library. So all the things you would want wherever you were staying.
Yeah, that sense of community.
Yeah, you said that they have to be a certain distance outside of Houston in order to qualify for lodging at the Hope Lodge, but who else would qualify? Like, do they have to have like a certain number of treatments that they have to go through before you would offer this kind of, oh no, okay, what is it?
No, it's just a cancer diagnosis and being treated here in Houston and then the referral from the doctor. That's all it is. You just have to live 45 miles outside of the city.
Truly incredible. The sense of community
really
is just awesome.
Yeah, we are lucky to have it here in Houston. Thank you, Jenny Todd, for joining us and giving us that explanation this morning.
Thank you.